What's up, guys? Finally getting around to do some Canes content. I'm sorry I've been a little lax with all the other news, the Braves, the Panthers, the Hornets. Starting my new channel, working for Pro Sports Fans, the app, trying to find enough hours in the day has been a little difficult. But I'm starting to get in a rhythm with both and everything going on, so I thought I would talk about the Carolina Hurricanes and my observations to start the season. Obviously, it's been more consistently inconsistent than we're used to, especially the last 3 years or so. But we're finally starting to get our footing a little bit. 10-4 in the last 14. I think Pyotr Kochetkov has kind of stabilized the goalie situations with really good performances, especially in the last two against Columbus, comeback victory that it was, and the Philadelphia Flyers. But some really good things that I've liked. The power play, much more reliable, much more dangerous. Stefan Noesen, Mr. 1 foot, Mr. Net Front, whatever you want to call him, has been really, really good this season to start. Michael Bunting has been a really, really good add. Tough in the middle, tough with net front as well. Dmitry Orlov is starting to be Dmitry Orlov. Struggled early on getting his footing with the Canes. And Chatfield, that pairing, you can't break that one up. It's been absolutely phenomenal, especially of late. The defensemen scoring goals, that's continued to be a good trend. And there's been more clunkers for the Canes than we're used to. And the good thing, the last few games, we've taken less penalties. And before the really bad game against the Tampa Bay Lightning, where we lost 8-2, our penalty kill was starting to look Carolina Hurricanes like, and it has, and we're starting to take less penalties. We've taken 2 in the last 2 games, whereas we've had to rely on it a lot, where you don't want to. And we're starting to get a rhythm on that, especially with Seth Jarvis emerging as a multifaceted player, using him on the penalty kill with Aho to create to create shorthanded chances and whatnot. We're getting back to the Hurricanes' way of the forecheck, which is really, really nice. Jesperi Kotkaniemi has gotten off to a fast start. And Teuvo Teravainen, very fast start as well. Kind of slowed down a little bit in the goal department, but is starting to round into form. And still, the playmaking guy that he has always been with the assist, Andrei Svechnikov, was out last game with an illness, but had finally lit the lamp for his first goal, and it was the game-winning goal against the Columbus Blue Jackets. So hopefully that'll start get a heater for Andrei Svechnikov in terms of scoring goals, but he's been the playmaker. Like he never left. Obviously he needs to play more simple. He's, in his own words, to not take penalties. I think he's taken a penalty in 7 straight games, but the playmaking ability of Andrei Svechnikov is unmatched, and to have that back in the lineup is something very, very much needed. And I think not having Tony DeAngelo in the lineup has kind of stabilized things defensively. Tony DeAngelo is an asset on the power play, except when things go wonky on the power play. It seems like we give up a lot of breakaway opportunities somewhat. So having Chatfield and Orlov kind of stabilize that third pair especially has really helped turn things around. A couple of trends that you would like to not see as much is the Canes giving up a late period goal to give momentum to the other team has been a trend somewhat, and when we score the first goal, we're 11-1-0 this year. When we don't, we are 0-8. So getting out in front of games is very important. Even though we've come back a good fair bit and won all of our overtime games to this point, we just gotta kind of avoid the late period mistakes, avoid the penalties, and these are cliches, but those are the big things that you're seeing. And since that rough 3 and 4 start where offense wasn't a problem but defense was like Swiss cheese, it's kind of stabilized, and Pyotr Kochetkov seems to be really settling in to a good run in net. So that's good to see. Hopefully Marty Necas will get back to his aggressive firing the puck nature, and because he just seems a little off with turnovers and decision makings with the puck and things of that nature. Maybe a little bit of lack of confidence outside of overtime. Of late struggled a bit. Burns has struggled a little bit more than I expected with clearing the puck, and puck management has been a little spotty than I expected for Burns. But honestly, that in our rough games, that's been the issue: the puck management, the late goals, the penalties we're taking, putting too much pressure on our penalty kill. Those are the big trends that we see in the losses. But 10-4, hopefully we can start stacking W's. 13-8 is not as good as probably we all expected, but better given all the adversity, the injuries, the different things that have happened in this early portion of the year. But there's been so much good, and I think there's a lot more playmaking ability that we're gonna see, especially when we get on a heater as a team collectively. And I think this good stretch is an indicator of that. We've just got to keep working and keep getting better and keep finding chemistry, because at times during the season you have more talent than you did last year, but it seems like in some games you're not pulling on the same rope and having the same energy and cohesiveness that we've seen the last couple of years. But I think it's quickly turning into Carolina Hurricanes hockey, and it's fun to watch no matter what. But and Sebastian Aho is Sebastian Aho, and Rod Brind'Amour has been a little bit more vocal with the inconsistencies than we've seen him in the past, but he's also pulled back on it a little bit when he needs to. So he definitely still has the pulse of the team, and I greatly appreciate it. And given the coaching situations in the other Carolina sports, Rod Brind'Amour is gold, and we cannot let him go away for sure, because he just knows how to get the best out of his players, even if that is lighting a fire under him a little bit. But I'm really happy to see everything start seemingly going in the direction we all expected, and Obviously, it's a long season, and you just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. But I'm really, really happy to be able to do Canes recaps and Canes content along with all my other stuff. But hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, helps out a lot trying to grow this second channel. Thanks, guys. As always, let's go Canes.